Hey everyone, this is Carmen from CarmenMasterPro.com, and today I'm going to go over how to hire a good copywriter. As a writer myself, I know the work that goes into it, but now that as a business owner, I'm hiring writers, and there's quite a bit that goes into it, and I've had bad ones, I've had good ones. And I just want to share the process and what I've noticed in good writers, how to find them, the benefits of doing so. So first, I'd like to talk about what is a copywriter, what is copywriting. So copywriting is the practice of writing business material that essentially is going to achieve whatever KPIs you have. If you want more leads, clients, traffic, sales, that's what copywriting essentially is going to achieve. And the material that is being written is called copy. That's the sales copy. And this can be blog posts, it can be web pages, product descriptions, whatever it is. So someone that writes copy, and hopefully they're good at it, they're called a copywriter. So do you need a copywriter? Now, essentially every business has some kind of copy that needs to be written. It can be the web pages, it can be magazines, it can be online ads. So essentially, if you want to make more money, I would say, yeah, you probably want a copywriter. It can be easy to think that you can write it yourself, and you can, but you might not know the strategies and the tactics to actually get people to take action and want to give you their money. So I'd recommend hiring a copywriter for that reason. So let's look though at what you should be looking for in a copywriter when you're hiring and you're prospecting. And to me, the first thing is just a good attitude, good personality. I've had clients and workers that, they're just not that fun to work with because they got bad attitudes, they're negative. And then what ends up happening is you get other people like that when they refer you other people. When it comes to hiring, you might end up just hiring the wrong people. In my experience, you always want to look for a good attitude, someone that can work well with the team, they're grateful for the position, they're positive, and it's got a good attitude. It goes a long way, for sure. And then obviously experience, but I think the most important thing is experience actually creating results. So have they written for businesses and actually helped them achieve more revenue, more traffic, whatever the KPIs were? Did they improve on like a past writer's experience and performance? So definitely look for not just experience, but experience producing results with their writing. That's key. And then similarly, you want to look for a portfolio. Hopefully they got something to show. If they got big names in there, that's great. And name dropping, is an important thing in the sense that it shows that big companies with big budgets and big brands, big fan bases or customer bases actually trusted them with their writing. So definitely look for a portfolio, ask for it during the hiring process. And then, so the next thing is being a team player, and it kind of ties into the first point, but you need someone that can just work with a team, communicate well. Even if you don't really have a big team, it could just be you and them. You need someone that just can respond fast with emails and calls, that's okay with communicating, being on the phone, things like that. So definitely look for good communication skills and being a good team player. So now when you're actually interviewing them, there's a few questions you're probably going to want to ask them, and here's just a few. The first one would be, how do you manage your time and deadlines? So if you're hiring someone to do your writing, it could be content, whether it's web pages, whatever, like you have your own deadlines and your own kind of scheme and timeline for whatever you're trying to achieve with your business. So they have to be on that, or else they're just delaying your project and your overall progress. So always ask how they like to achieve their deadlines, how they manage different projects, and that'll give you kind of some insight into their head and how they pretty much do their overall writing, which we'll also get into in a bit. But the second one would be, how do you optimize content for SEO? Now, you might not be hiring someone to do web pages, product descriptions, things like that, but if you do, definitely ask them if they have some SEO experience, because it'll go a long way, and it just saves you from hiring that second person to do SEO or learning it yourself to go back and re-optimize whatever the copywriter wrote. And then the third question to ask would be, what types of copy have you written? They might have written magazines, direct response, and you want that to align with whatever you're doing. And all fields of copywriting kind of go hand in hand in one way. They all kind of use the same strategies, but it's good to ask that if they have the experience writing exactly what you're looking for. And then, what's the typical turnaround time? Deadlines are important, and whatever it is, maybe you're asking for content writing for 1,000 words. Like, you can ask them, what's your typical turnaround time for a 1,000-word article? Whatever it is, and it just gives you a good idea of their work ethic and how fast they can be producing content for you. And then, similar to what I was saying before, you want to ask what their overall process is for writing. And this is a really good indicator of how good someone is writing when they talk about how they research it, how they plan it, how they execute it, how they create their drafts and send them in. So that would give you a good indicator if they're a really good writer and they have a good structure. You don't want someone that's just winging it every time. Definitely not. And then the last question would be, would you write a quick test assignment for us? And I actually know some people that they don't even actually offer the assignment, they just ask just to see what their response is. And I think it's a good sign if someone's like really willing to do that they're a good writer and they're willing to succeed and go that extra mile. But it is a good idea to offer them, even if it's just like 100 words, 200 words, some kind of quick assignment to test their skills and see if it aligns with what you're doing, because you can give them a template, your guidelines, and like a little mini thing that would almost replicate what the job would actually be. So consider that. And then let's talk about the benefits of actually hiring a copywriter. It's quite a few. So the first one would be they're pretty much going to help you make more money. Can't really beat that. A good copywriter is going to help you make more sales. They're going to help you get more organic traffic, which can convert to leads and sales. They're going to help you get more clients in general. Like, that's what a copywriter, in my opinion, should be focusing on, is creating your results. So when you get a good one, that's what they're going to do. They're making more money. And then, of course, it's also going to save you time. Like, you're not writing it yourself. So essentially, that's going to save you time that you can delegate into other tasks, which can be growing your business further. So that's a big thing. They're making you more money. They're saving you time. And even if you're in the most boring industry, you can be making screws for whatever random machines. Like, they're going to find a way to make it sound really fun, really exciting, and to make your business have a better brand image and make potential customers want to buy in to whatever you're selling, no matter what industry it is. And then as well, once again, if you have a website and they're doing maybe product descriptions, web pages, it's going to help you get more traffic. It's going to give you a nice boost to your SEO, get more people finding your website, being more aware of your brand. Now, lastly, let's talk about where you can find some copywriters. So I've got two places I want to show you. One is Upwork.com. This is a great website because you can sign up for free, and I'm pretty sure that when you're signing up as a client, they'll almost always accept you. I know when you're actually applying as a freelancer nowadays, they're a lot more strict. So as good as someone that's hiring, though, because you're probably going to get better candidates. So you can sign up for free. You post a job. You'll choose how much you're going to pay, how long the project is. You can actually eventually just send the job to specific people once you start establishing some good writers and good relationships. So it's a great platform. And if you're kind of bootstrapping, you're on a low budget, you can definitely set the price to a little bit lower and outsource it to places, I know, like the Philippines and just places like there, where you still get people that are good with English and they can do the job for you if you're bootstrapping, but you'll get premium writers on there too. So it's good for everybody. And then the second place I'd recommend, highly underrated, is reddit.com. There's a ton of subreddits. I'll link to my blog post on this topic on like how to hire copywriters, because I have a good like 10 or so subreddits I link in there. But you can go to these subreddits and you can make a quick post just like this, and you're probably gonna get like dozens of people per post hitting you up, emailing you, messaging you, and there's a lot of really good writers on there. Definitely don't underestimate it. But essentially, if you did want to come and read the full blog post where I go way more in detail about all these things, carmenmasterpro.com. I'll throw the link in the description. Hope you guys like this. Go read the blog post, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao.